Hello guys and gals, I'm Nick and welcome to 30's Feedback. Now that Stranger Things Season 4 is fully pumped into our bloodstreams,
just hook it to my veins!
Fans have taken to the internet to discuss what they think is next for their favourite characters. Since the Russo brothers have stated that Will be the centre of several storylines in the next season, this has led to several fans taking to platforms such as Reddit to express their excitement and theories as to how this could come to fruition. It's quickly becoming obvious that with a complex science fiction drama horror show like Stranger Things, the possibilities are endless and entertaining. It would certainly be interesting to see if any of our Redditors' theories actually come true. So here we go. Will gains superpowers. The concept of Will gaining superpowers would be an interesting Stranger Things storyline for the writers to explore in depth in Season 5, given how powerless he can appear at times. Redditors reacted positively to this theory, with much of their enthusiasm centering around the prospect of Will getting some measure of revenge. Poor Will has been tortured for so long, writes user MHC2617. Let him get to kick some ass. As the mild-mannered underdog, Will's potential empowerment would be cathartic for fans since they have been used to see him either being pushed to the sidelines or kept in a safe place when the epic battle sequences commenced. It would also allow fans to see him and Eleven work side by side, which is something fans have longed to see for a while. Will's red D&D dragon reigns supreme. Noting the significance of the D&D Red Dragon character that Will painted for Mike, Reddit user Columbo points out that the Red Dragon is the only monster more powerful than Vecna in that campaign. The possibility of Will either becoming or controlling the Red Dragon D&D character in the Upside Down is too good to pass up for fans, which is understandable. The idea of Stranger Things bringing in another villain similar to Vecna is exciting and fits the show's fictional scenario. The fans love all the creatures on the show, so they'll eat up every monster they get. And remember, when Steve, Robin, Eddie and Nancy were in the Upside Down in Season 4, there was some kind of earthquake, a huge roar that we'd never heard before, so this could potentially be Will's dragon. Will is the Dungeon Master. A top Reddit theory is that Will's character will dominate Season 5 because he is subconsciously shaping and controlling everything. Reddit user ReaperCDN posts, Will is the DM. He's been manifesting the game he wanted to play the whole time. This theory gets a lot of enthusiastic responses, and for good reason. There's an undeniable narrative link between Will's real-world fantasy and the supernatural story structure, such as the Will-centered architecture of the Upside Down, his house, and the D&D inspired elements within it. Many Stranger Things fans want Will's character to get more screen time in Season 5, and they may well get what they want. Will is the wizard, like Harry Potter. Since Will has said that he can feel Henry, Redditors suggest that Will and Vecna might have a supernatural connection similar to Harry Potter and Voldemort, and thus it will be the two of them facing off in the final Stranger Things battle. And what was Will's character when introduced playing D&D? Redditor Provoke Guys writes? A wizard. There is no escaping how perfectly this wild theory fits into the weird universe of Stranger Things. If Will created the upside down mirror universe in an instant that captured his way of dealing with the world, then it makes sense that his version of himself is part of the D&D scenario along with Vecna. That might also mean that personas of the others involved in the game also transfer, that Lucas is the knight and Dustin is the dwarf character class. And finally, Will becomes the villain. Reddit user 49billion tables the idea that Will has part of Vecna in him and his jealousy towards Elle makes him the biggest villain. Fellow Redditors liked this wild idea and thought it was workable. It's possible that something of Vecna has absorbed into Will, and even though he has a good heart, he's gone through so much torture that there may well be a way for Vecna or some event to flip his switch to the dark side. The possibility of Will starting Season 5 with good intentions, then becoming the villain alongside or competing with Vecna is tantalising, especially if there's a Darth Vader moment when Will ultimately realises what he has become and sacrifices himself to destroy Vecna and save his friends. What are your thoughts?